Hey everyone, what's up? This video is going to contain a lot of stuff in it, hence the title, huge game pickup. The first little few things I'm going to show you though are just some stuff that I bought over the last week or two for my collection. A lot of stuff I'm not going to include that I've already put in other videos, in other like the game hunting videos, or maybe you saw in one of the video game seller videos or something, like the Virtual Boy I got. There's a few other games like the Kirby Superstar on Super Nintendo, so I'm not going to include those in this. But besides that, I haven't got a lot. Basically, I found in my closet back over there a manual for Dragon Warrior 3 on Game Boy Color and Final Fantasy V for Game Boy Advance. Long time ago, I guess, when I bought them or something, I got the manual for them and was like, oh, you know, I'm not going to put the manual on the shelf, whatever, so I stuck them in a little bin, and they've been in there for years now. So I found those. I got a box and the game for Super Metroid. I had the manual. I got it from Joey for like a few bucks, really good price. And I finally bit the bullet and bought the game and the box, and I got a good deal on it. Without shipping and handling, it was like $44 or something like that, and with the shipping and handling, it just pushed it, you know, right under the like the $50 range. So now I have a complete in-box Super Metroid, and this is Master of Monsters on the PS1. This came thanks to Joey, because I missed this game back when I was collecting for the PS1, a lot of the RPGs. Somehow I never noticed it, and he pointed out to me and was like, hey, do you own that? And I was like, no, I don't. The logo kind of looked a little familiar, and maybe I put it off because I thought it was similar to like Monster Rancher or something, and that's not quite my cup of tea. But I checked it out, and I found one on eBay that was like pristine mint condition, that was complete, and it has this little like extra little booklet that comes with it, which I think is inside here. This little thing, and for a complete one that includes that, you can get it for $30 or less. So I mean, it's one of the I guess lower end price wise of harder to find RPGs on the PS1, but still it looks interesting. It sort of has like a Brigadine vibe to it. Maybe I haven't obviously played it yet. I literally just got it a couple days ago, so I'm interested to check it out and see you know, if it's pretty fucking hard. That's the vibe I'm getting from looking at the back, is that you got to put some time and effort into learning the learning curve of a game like that. But now for today. Everything from here on, you'll see I got today. And the first thing was I was over at my wife's parents' house, and her older brother was there, and we were watching TV, and he mentions that there was a copy of a TurboGrafx game we were watching, like G4, and they showed Magical Chase at PAX Prime at some booth, and I was like, damn, I really want that game, you know, but it's thousands of dollars and blah, blah, blah. And he's like, you know what's funny? I have a TurboGrafx 16 in the car right now. And I was like, what? I'm like, why? And he basically had dug it out of storage of stuff he had at their grandma's house. So I told him to go pull it out, and he did. And I have a TurboGrafx 16 with all the cables. I guess I don't really... Yeah, cables, see? I don't need to show you all the fucking cables. But, and he doesn't need it or want it or whatever, so I'm going to buy it from him. I'm going to test it out, make sure it's all good first, but it's, I mean, in nice condition. There's no, like, major dings or anything on it. And it's just been sitting in storage for years and years and years and years. So that was fucking awesome. I don't know exactly what I'll offer to him. I'm sure he probably won't want more than like 15 or 20 bucks for it. So regardless, that'll be a good pickup. Now after that, I had got a phone call from a friend of mine who basically said, hey look, I'm going to get rid of my older like games. Basically he's going to keep his 360 and his PS3. But he had a small little collection left. He had already sold away some of it over the last couple years, And this is basically what he had left, and he was like, I kind of need the extra cash right now. If you want to look at it and see what you'll offer me, that'll be cool. So I'll start off with sort of the lower end and work my way up. Basically, this little stack is sort of maybe not in greatest condition, a little scratched up, or the manuals are kind of funky. A copy of Crash Bash on the PS1, which someone took a blue marker and highlighted Crash. You can see there, he's standing out really well. Ape Escape, PS1. Tom Clancy Rainbow Six. We got the first Guilty Gear, which mainly the booklet is fucked up on this one. I really wish it wasn't, because this has actually gone up a little bit in price from what I see. I thought it was like in the $10 or $15 range, and it turns out to be more, if it's in really good condition, like $20 to $30 range, but it's not in that great a condition. Air Force Delta on Dreamcast. And then this isn't that bad. Just the manual, the coupon in the back for Capcom was clipped out, but complete copy of Power Stone on Dreamcast. And then a complete Halo 2 limited edition. Everything is in there. Everything looks great except for the game disc. The game disc is pretty crap. But you can always just swap out the game disc from another copy, a regular copy or whatever. Then I'll move on to, I guess, some of the better, a little bit better games. I have Crazy Taxi 2 on Dreamcast, no manual. These aren't better games, but Real Fishing on PS1 and Sega Sports NFL 2K. Obviously, that's like, what, 50 cents? If you pay someone 50 cents, they'll take it from you. And then Perfect Dark N64, Primal Rage, Super Nintendo, and then a random assortment of some Xbox stuff, Lego Star Wars, Deus Ex, Invisible War, throwing it at you, almost broke my computer, Fable, Crimson Skies, and Halo. Nothing too spectacular in that little stack. But then GoldenEye 007. And remember, this is all from one guy, everything that I'm showing you now. Donkey Kong 64. Super Mario Kart on Super Nintendo. And then a few kind of better Xbox titles. Mega Man Anniversary Collection on Xbox, and Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Both of those are complete and look in good condition. And then this is probably one of the highlight games of the lot, and that's Complete Conquerors Live and Reloaded with like a perfect disc. I know this game can fluctuate in price, but its last few weeks it seems to have been selling for the $30, $40 range. Some a little bit more, some a little bit less, but so that was a good find in here. And then we have Final Fantasy VIII Greatest Hits, Final Fantasy IX Greatest Hits, complete, really good conditions on both of them, but I mean, you really can't get much more of a common game on the RPG on the PS1 than those two. And then a Black Label copy of Final Fantasy VII. The case is a little crushed there, not a big deal, but it is missing the manual. The game discs, though, are all really good condition, so at least that's a plus. A perfect copy of Star Ocean on PS1. Funny story with this was I had owned a copy of the game. We got this in trade-in at the store. This friend of mine worked at the game store. He doesn't work there anymore with me, but he used to work there. We gotten someone to come in and try to trade in some PS1 titles, or brought like a box in or something. They didn't take them. I already had the game at the time, so I gave it to him. I don't remember if we did some deal or something, or if I just gave it to him. And then now I got the game back. So many years later, it's back in my possession. And a copy of Shenmue Complete on Dreamcast. And then the last game, which it's sad to see this not selling for nearly as much as it used to, but I don't know what I'm going to do with it right now. I would like the art book out of it and the soundtrack CD, but it's a sealed copy of the collector's edition of Persona 3 on PS2. No rips or tears or anything. I know this sounds horrible, but I actually just might open it because I really, like I said, want the art book out of it and maybe sell the game or something. I don't know. I already own the Persona FES edition on PS2 of that. Now that would be a good lot. I mean, that would have been a good pickup, but he also had some systems. So I got a Super Nintendo with one controller and the power cable, no audio-video cable because, well, I guess technically there is an audio-video cable for it, but it was being shared with his N64, which has expansion pack in there. And for the N64, he had a red controller and a gray, so 2 controllers with that, and the power adapter for it. Then a Dreamcast with 1 gray controller, 1 see-through blue, and 2 VMUs, and finally an NES with 2 controllers and bam, motherfucker, the light gun. Sorry if I scared you there. So I believe that is it. Now all of that, I ended up giving him $110. Now that is fair in the sense of, like, I owned a lot of basically all this stuff. Anything out of this lot I already own. I was just wanting to, you know, help him out and get the stuff off of his hands, and between, you know, like Joey being able to resell some of the stuff, and I might hold on to a few of the things and sell them at a later date, add them into a trade and sell video or something maybe. But in that sense, you know, I think $110 for 4 systems and all those games was a pretty fucking decent deal. And the fact that I got the TurboGrafx 16 today is awesome. I mean, that's, at least in our parts, don't really come across a lot of these very often. And that's it, guys, I guess. I mean, like I said, you've already seen a lot of the other stuff I've been buying because I've been showing you. I did the unboxing of the Borderlands 2 loot chest. And there's like a few other little random games that I've gotten along the way over the last couple weeks. So if you want to see more, go check out those videos to see the other stuff I got. But thank you guys for watching. Go watch the last episode of Video Game Sellers if you haven't seen it, episode 9. And episode 10 will be up on Tuesday. So, peace!